Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel Tutor Things. Today in this video we are going to see for loop. So like similarly how in other programming languages we have the for loop in the C sharp also. So we know right the quite difference between while loop and this loop is for loop is. So when you know the exact how many number of times you want to loop through the block of code, you have to go for loop instead of while loop. So see the syntax will be like this, like for of three statements will be there: the first statement, second statement, third statement, and after that curly braces where we will have the block of codes to be executed. So here the first statement, so in a while loop how will have, you will have a condition, after that some block of code, you will have increment kind of thing. So before that condition we have declaring that variable int I is equal to 0 likewise. So all these three things can be done in a single line, like declaring variable we'll do in the first statement, in the second statement we'll have a condition, in the third statement we'll have an increment or decrement kind of thing. So all these three operations which you are doing in a while in the different cases, you will do the three things in the same state in the one line. So in the for loop, so syntax of for will be like this: the first statement is executed one time before the execution of block of code. This first statement will be executed before the block of code, that is assigning of variables like I is equal to 0, like how you are setting in the case of while the first statement, the similar that statement will execute it first. After that some block of code will be executed. After that the second statement, it will define the condition for executing the block of code. It will after first statement it will check for the second statement. If the condition satisfies, then only it will go for the block of code to be executed. Next it comes to third statement and it will increment that value. So third statement will be executed every time after the block of code has been executed. So after the block of code, that third statement will got executed, that will increment, and then again check for the condition, second condition. If that is satisfied, then it will again display the block of code. After that again comes to third statement and increment, and then check for the condition. Likewise these scenarios will happen. First statement got executed one time for the first time. After the second condition will be checked. After that, if that satisfy, block of code will be executed. If not, it will come out of the loop. So after that increment or decrement, third statement will got executed, and next again check for the second statement until the statement false. Until then it will execute that block of code. Like this for loop will work. See this example so that you will understand better. Here see, int I is equal to 0, we are assigning in the for line itself. I is equal to 0, the second condition is I is less than 5, and third one statement here is I plus plus. So here first it will initialize I is equal to 0 and check for condition 0 is less than 5, the condition is satisfied. Then it will go and display the block of code, that is here console we are displaying the I value. 0 will be displayed in the console, and next it will increment, the third condition will satisfy after executing the block of code. Here I is incremented to 1. So next it check it for the second statement. So 1 is less than 5, it's satisfied. So again go and execute this block of code. After the block of code executed, again it will go for third statement. So again incremented 2, it will got 2 is less than 5, again this thing. So output resultant will be like this. So 0, next incremented 1, okay, satisfied, for 2 satisfied, for 3 satisfied, for 4 satisfied. When it comes to 5, it's not satisfied, that is 5 is equal to 5 or kind of thing. When it comes to 6, it will be greater than to 6 to 5. 6 is greater than 5, so that then from here it will not satisfying. So up to here we'll get this 5 times this block of code will got executed. So whenever you know how many times this block of code to be executed, like 5 number of times from 0, so you can use this for loop instead of while loop. So here what are the advantages? Here whatever the declaration, initialization, conditioning, and incrementing, all these kind of things will done in a single line at the time of for only in the first line itself. Statement 1 sets a variable to start a loop from 0. Statement 2 defines the condition to loop and run 5 is must be less than 5. If the condition is true, the loop will start over again. If the statement is false, the loop will end. The third statement increase the value I plus plus each time when the block of code in the loop has been executed. Here you can see the other example where you have 0, that is I is less than or equal to 10. Here I is equal to I plus 2. Not only increment, you can use incrementing operators, but you can also use this kind of expression also as a third statement. This example only print the even values between 0 to 10 because I is incrementing two times the double number of times, that is plus 2, not an just incrementing by 1 but incrementing with 2. So from 0 to 10 we are getting even numbers by using this for logic here. 0 to less than or equal to 10, I is equal to I plus 2. So this is all about for loop. Like this we can use, and we also use nested loops. Like it is possible to place a loop inside a loop. This is called nested loop. If a loop is having again a loop inside it, then it is called a nested loop. In the inner loop, it will be executed each time for each iteration of the outer loop. So inner loop executes only if the outer loop condition is satisfied. So for inner loop, the two conditions to be satisfied to be executed. The first outer loop should be satisfied, and after inner loop condition also to be satisfied to get this block of lines of code which are present in the inner loop. Just see this example by the try it editor so that you will understand better. So see, first outer loop is there, one is initialized and one is less than or equal to 2. Here you can see plus plus I they are using. This is a pre-increment they are doing, where they are printing I value, outer I, and inner variable they are using j variable. Int j is equal to 1, j is less than or equal to 3, j plus plus. Here they are printing the j value. Here see, I from 1, 1 is less than or equal to is satisfied, so this condition satisfies, so I value is 1. First of all, it is printing that. Here after that, this is a pre-increment, I value incremented to 2. So it will check for this condition again. 2 is equal to 2, right? So again satisfies, it will sorry, the first time here in inner loop will also got executed, right? So I is less than 5. Here you can see I is less than equal to 3 will comes 3 times. So inner 1 2 3 will come. So this is fine. Next it will check for outer condition again. So again also 2 is equal to 2, then also satisfy 2 value prints here outer 2. Again this will satisfy, it will execute 3 times. Here 1 2 3. So here you can see this is executed 2 times, and here this is executed 6 times because this condition satisfied 2 times. So every one time this condition satisfy, this will print. So 2 into 3, it will give 6 times this inner console line. So this is all about nesting of loops. So in one inside one loop we can have another loop. So try this example and let me know we have given a correct answer for this or not. Let's see for each loop. So in C sharp we have this option called as for each loop. This is also a kind of looping condition only, which is used exclusively to loop through an elements in an array. If you want to loop an elements of an array, you can go for each loop. So for each and type of the thing, you have to give what type it is, what type of variable, array type variable it is. So variable name you have to give in array name. So what array you have to iterate, you have to specify. In after that curly braces, you have to give some block of code. While iterating that array, what you have to perform, you have to specify there. Here you can see the example so that you can understand better. Here I have a string type of array which is of cars, name cars, Volvo, BWM, Ford and Mazda. These are the car names which we have in a string cars. Here I am iterating this car string which is of string type. I have taken some variable name, that is I, in which array, that is car array. Every item in a car array I am going to iterate. So where I am printing the I value is nothing but here item. So here I is not an index or any kind of thing, that is nothing but an item or element in that array. We can call it a string kind of element. So I is nothing but iterating this array of cars. So every time each and every element will be printed, Volvo, BWM, Ford and Mazda. So this is all about iterating arrays. For that purpose we use for each loop in C sharp. Don't worry if you don't understand the example, you will learn more about arrays in C sharp arrays chapter. So in arrays chapter, we'll see more about arrays. So let's understand like why we use for each is basically to iterate mainly for array kind of elements. So you have to give what type of array it is, type and variable name here, I or any item likewise, in which array cars are likewise. So you can get that items, each and every item, like looping of items in an array you can perform by using for each. That's all about for loop and for each loop. Let's see break and continue and array in our upcoming videos. Until then, stay tuned to our channel and subscribe for many more videos like this. Subscribe and like, share, comment, and share these videos to your friends and colleagues who are at learning stage of web development and C sharp kind of things. We have done so many tutorials on SQL and C sharp, HTML, JavaScript, jQuery, Azure. Just check out my playlist so that any video of mine helps you to gather things better. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.